Are you busy? Really busy? And if you're busy, is the preparation going on? I'm going to ask this question again and again, because if you're busy but if preparation is happening, that is also a question you should be asking. Because today I'm going to discuss, and this series I'm starting for next 3 months. Every Tuesday and Friday we'll have sessions. Well, I'll be 10 minutes decoding this part. So all my students, my community members, this video is for you, and I want you to watch it till the end. That is very important, because the idea is to help you bring clarity, help you develop consistency, and also make you accountable. 90% of UPSC aspirants stay busy but they never progress. Now, is this true? The answer is yes. Because all the UPSC aspirants who are preparing this exam, they face this challenge where they feel that they are putting effort. How many hours you logged in? So I studied 8 hours, I studied 9 hours. Because if you're studying 8 hours, 9 hours, how clearly you're productive? That is the question you should be asking. Because 90% of aspirants, they stay busy every single day, but they don't move closer to the selection. And I have seen one student recently, again I can't name him, he cracked prelims in 5 months with just putting 4 to 5 hours of effort every day. Can you believe that? You think, son, is it possible? Answer is yes. The question comes, what are you doing and how you're doing? Now that is where, now I'll tell you a story of a student, and again I said I can't name it. So a real student example, and this is something that, and I come across many times. So a few years ago, a student came. She was very sincere, very hardworking. Every year she logged in efforts, made notes, revised everything. And whenever she used to come, I used to tell her, okay, do this, do this. And she used to get lost. And after 2 months, she used to come again, sir, I studied so many hours. And it was always about hours, studying late at night, studying at library, getting up, early in 5 a.m. in the morning, doing it relentlessly for days and weeks. And the results came, prelims could not be cleared. Now, that is the reality which many of the aspirants go through. The question comes, who are these people who clear the exam? Who are these people who clear the mains exam? Who are the people who get selected? And that is something that you should be asking. And you should ask, just take a pause and ask this question from inside your mind. Because that is very important and pertinent. Because for a student, direction and a year that is almost went to a waste, it is because somewhere in the entire process that's, you're not able to understand. You are sincere, you're disciplined, you're putting in hours, but something is missing. Ask yourself this question. In our community, in our inner circle session, my only objective is to highlight these things again and again, because the real preparation happens to self-study. What do you go and do? What do you do in the next 4 hours? What do you do today? What do you do tomorrow? How do you sustain it? You'll have good days, you'll have bad days, that's completely okay. So, what does good look to you? What is the meaning of a good answer? What is the meaning of a good day? How do you define a good day? How do you define good days? A good week? I'm not saying that every day would be a good day, every week would be a good week, but at least we should try and strive for getting that good. You'll have days when your work would be busy if you're working professional. You'll have days when your health will be down, maybe for 2 days, and you could not keep up. But still, in spite of all the limitation, you show up. You are trying to be consistent, and that is what matters in the end. So here again, my question is that if you create a system where the results come as an outcome of the process, not because you're just putting a effort in terms of hours. That is what the idea is. So 4 reasons, I want to highlight the 4 reasons where your effort does not turn into progress. Always have some kind of benchmark. The first is no clear standard. What is a good ideal day? So for me, keep it simple. Keep it simple. One subject, one source, one revision strategy, and of course, the golden triangle. What is the golden triangle? What is the golden triangle? Learn, revise, and perform. This is a golden triangle. So when you have no clear standard, you will not grow. So always have a standard. People who are writing mains answers, I'd say that benchmark with toppers copy. Benchmark with model answers. Try to see that. So that is very important. The second is feedback loop. When you're writing notes, when you're making notes, when you're writing answers, it should not go into void. Ask yourself that, is this note is going to work for me? Am I getting the right feedback? Can somebody check in that? Because if you're not having the feedback loop, the results will never come. Because in your mind, you are visibly putting effort, and you are also putting effort visibly, in the other way also. But in your mind, is it improving? Because that is the question you should be asking. Are you revising every day? Are you revising every day? Or you just read something, then move to something else, subject 1, then subject 2, completing one topic, completing 2 topic, completing 3 topic, you're completing topic after topic again and again, because that's what we are doing it again and again. And we are doing it, nothing is built. We are just putting effort. I'm going to ask you that for us, 10% revision rule is pious. We have to respect the process. If you can revise every day. And revision not just means that even if you're solving question, that is a part of the revision. And that is something that you should be asking yourself. Next is accountability. How do you make it accountable? When I have my inner circle sessions, I give you targets. We have weekly check-ins, monthly check-ins, monthly targets. A small message comes as a nudge. A story comes, a note comes. It makes you accountable. That is the key. Because somebody is noticing your effort silently. At the same time, we take things to next level. So these are 4 things you to ask yourself. What is the solution for the 4 questions? Do you have standard of what you're doing? Second is, are you getting the feedback every time? Do you have a revision system? Or how do you make sure accountability is there? Because these things will happen, results will come. Because preparation is about having clarity first, then being consistent. And you are consistent, but because here I'm assuming that you are working for 10 hours a day, but that is not enough. Consistency is very much important in our life, and that's completely okay, but just being consistent is not enough. We have to standardize the preparation, and that is where systems comes in place. The next is, what is the difference between busy and progressing? So let me share my version of what busy people are. So they will all, sir, I studied 8 hours a day. I studied 9 hours a day. Okay, same day, same test day, same result. Every regular, you don't feel confident about your preparation, and thereby you change the source. You don't master the old ones. You don't re-revise the same thing. Confidence comes based on effort. You feel that, okay, I'm studying very hard. Your parents are also looking at you. Your siblings are looking at you. You feel that, okay, this person is staying very busy, very, very sincere effort is being put. So this is a typical serious students, because again, these are serious students who will eventually, might crack it if they have a right system. But these are people busy. But what does a progress looks like? For me, progress is about standard of doing good work looks like. If you write, let me give an example. So if you write 1 answer, 2 answers, and now you see where is the gap area. You see a topper's answer or benchmarking that we in our sessions, in our UPSC Hathan sessions, activity sessions that we do, I show you topper's copy, right? So when we have a standard of what a good answer look like, a good work look like, then you know you're going in the right direction. Next is feedback loop. The feedback is very important. The feedback in terms of effort you're putting, because our objective is to clear the prelims. Our objective is to clear the mains. For me, next year, by this time, I wanted to clear the mains exam, prelims exam, and the mains exam, you should be ready for that. And that is how it should be. You exactly know what to do every single day. Your preparation does not move on your mood, on your days when you're less motivated, because it's very human. It's natural for us also. You have to show up just because it is important. So even on that day, a system that keeps you going. Okay, I have this my target. I don't feel like studying, but I'll still do it. Maybe I need a way out. Maybe stroll, change my state, walk for maybe 10 minutes and try to pump up. Change my state by taking a deep breath, overcome the negativities in my head, and then the results come. That is what a progress looks like for me. I want you to have these things in your belief. So that is a question I would ask you, all of you. And today is more about question. I'm not going to give you an answer, but I want you to ask one thing. Pick your mentor. I am your mentor. My students, I am the mentor. Pick your mentor or your peer. Now you can also have a friend, your accountability partner, and show them the last 5 days. Just ask them, and this is a task. I want to do that. Ask them the last 5 days of work that you did, and ask them, what am I missing? This is what you have to ask. That's all. Just reach out, say, this is what I did last week, what I'm missing, and you'll get an honest answer. You'll get an honest answer, and that is a question I want all of you to have in your head. Okay? Now, we'll have sessions on every Tuesday and Friday. I'll be taking 10 minutes video, and I want you to follow those videos. And the next session is the 5 biggest mistakes I've seen in the last 15 years. That is I'm going to share, because we move from confusion to clarity, clarity to consistency, confidence, and the selection. That is the key part. Thank you very much for watching, and all the people who are new, please join us for regular sessions. If you're a serious aspirant, then you should be here, and you can also come us and join our community and make this place a better place of learning. Thank you very much. Bye.